you see a lot of the industrial people that ended up in the auto business and railroads and things of that nature. The Northeast was an area for people to come for service and industry, also coal mining. And so both sides of my family ended up coal mining and then doing service related. And really starting with my grandparents on both sides, they saw an opportunity for their offspring to take that next step in terms of education and career opportunities. And so it was real important on both sides of my family that my mom and dad graduated high school. And they both went to GAR and both graduated from there. My dad went into the Air Force and then eventually started working here in Wilkes-Barre because Wilkes-Barre is very receptive to having people come up from the South. He worked at the Westmoreland Club and did some other service-related jobs until he ended up working for Pennsylvania Gas and Water Company. And he worked for Pennsylvania Gas and Water for 47 years. And my mother, after graduating from GAR, ended up taking some technical courses and worked for a very long time for RCA up in Mountain Top. And did some components and ended up going on a couple of the Apollo missions and things of that nature, and really enjoyed that work until she found her true calling, which was being a florist. And so she surprised us all by taking florist classes, and we went to North Carolina to visit family, and she took a month-long course down there and came back to Abbott Street and started her own flower business. And really showed an entrepreneurial spirit that, really was something that, really rubbed off on the rest of the family. And ultimately, I think what it showed me was that if, I could be half the grown-up that my folks had been, then I'm going to be a truly blessed person. They were, and I'm biased because I just really feel that they were the most generous, the most empathetic, the most giving people that I had come across. And seeing how much the community relied on them for charitable work or just taking in somebody who needed a meal or fixing something, my dad became the go-to person that if your lawnmower was broke, before you go to a service person, you call my dad and he would be over to see if he could fix it. Or if the church needed something, whether it was somebody to come in and move something or the printer press broke before the Sunday service bulletin came out, my dad was the person to go to. And so I saw all this and really, as the years went on, I realized that they were working as hard as they worked to make sure that I was the next generation to do better than they were. And when it came time to go to college, yes, football and scholarships and grant money and the things that helped myself and Bob go to school were something that my parents made sure was there, but they also made sure that the work ethic was there. They made sure that, I worked the part-time jobs and I appreciated everything that was going on. And so when it got to the point where my parents passed away, I knew that there was something I needed to do to make sure that their legacy continued on. And if I had an opportunity such as this wonderful evening tonight to share with old friends and new friends and family, I feel blessed to have that opportunity to do that, to be able to pass it forward, to pay it forward, like I hope you guys will years from now when you have that opportunity. And so when I had the opportunity to work with Mr. Barber and his great staff at the Luzerne Foundation, I felt that starting a scholarship here in Wilkes-Barre was something, even though I'm up in Massachusetts, I still feel that this is my home. And, I feel connected to all the schools that are here and all the students. And when I talked to Phyllis and her sister about coming on my board, didn't even have to think twice. And the format that we chose to look at the students, we wanted to make sure that they met all the criteria that my parents would want for myself, and that Mrs. Gaulis wanted for Bob, and that for the people that we knew that were successful. Clearly schooling's important. You GPA, your SATs, your ACTs, your class rank, and all that. But we didn't want somebody that just simply was just going to be bookworm. You needed to be out in your community. You needed to work with your church. You needed to work in activities for volunteering. You needed to have a part-time job to know that work ethic. You needed to play a sport. You needed to be in the drama club or play an instrument or do those different things. And so we came up with criteria that we felt showed the true essence of the student. And over the course of the 3 years that we've done the scholarship, we've doubled the number of applicants we've had each year. And this year, we were able, the first year was 2 students, Betsy and another student. Next year, Nicholas and another student. This year, we're proudly honored 5 different students with scholarships that we hope will advance them going forward. And again, it all comes back to us being able to look at my parents and the holistic approach they had to reaching out to their community. And we felt that by working with the Luzerne Foundation and working with the local area school, guiding counselors, and people that really help shape and mold the students, by doing that, we were able to create a great pool of students to choose from and then honor very worthy candidates. And so I wish I could be here more often, but I figured, you know what, let me take this opportunity to see if we can get together some folks that, won awards, their parents, as well as the folks from the Luzerne Foundation, friends and supporters. Like I said, I wouldn't be where I am today, honestly, without the Gallis' support. I know that destiny has its own direction, but having the support to keep you pointed in that direction makes you a whole person. And I think that as life has shown me that, it's short. And, we've all lost loved ones and none of us are getting any younger. So I think we have to embrace where we're at, whether it's, doing better in our communities, fighting for things that we believe in, whether it's, the schools or in our local neighborhoods. And again, as one small part of that, I felt that this scholarship would help solidify my parents' legacy and hopefully, in a small way, help the next generation that is going to really be there when we're older and grayer and looking for leadership to guide us into the future. So again, Betsy and Nicholas, congratulations. Good luck, best wishes for the future. For everyone else, thank you so much for coming out tonight and bearing with me during this evening. And with that, again, gratitude is immense, especially to the Luzerne Foundation for your support, guidance, and really bringing us to this point. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.